Welkom bij de podcast die eerst Zien doet wonderen heette en nu een verandering van naam heeft gekregen. Ik heb het nu even Wonderlijk genoemd. En dat omdat het niet meer over de cursus in wonderen zal gaan, maar wel over dat waar we het niet over kunnen hebben, maar waar ik toch een poging toe doe om daarover in gesprek te gaan. En laat ik het non-dualiteit noemen, al heb ik ook een beetje een hekel aan dat woord. Omdat dat ook weer tot een concept kan worden en het gaat juist voorbij alle concepten. En vandaag praat ik met Andreas Müller. Andreas, welcome. We have to speak in English. It's a real challenge for me, but I will try. But you are Deutsch. You are from
Yeah,
Germany.
exactly. So
Yeah, so
thank you very
maybe
much.
you can understand Dutch a little bit. Did you
Yeah,
understand
but
what I said before? Or?
not much, to be honest. I could guess a bit, but I don't understand much.
No, I said that it used to be zien doet wonderen, seeing does miracles, and now I change it in wonder something wonderlijk. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's not about Course in Miracles anymore, and maybe I don't like the word non-duality that much because it's also a concept. It refers often to a concept, and I know what non-duality is, but it's no thing, and it's a little bit strange word, but because but you have to give it a name, and so now we are together to speak about that what you are not can speak of.
Yes.
So sort of. And now I met you the first time, I think 6 or 7 years ago. You were in Amsterdam, and we laughed a lot. We've laughed a lot that meeting, and I went home, and it was a big loss.
Oh, I remember it when.
Yeah, it was. I asked questions. Yeah, but there's no God, there's no soul, there's no soulmate, there's no. You said no, 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 and
Whoa,
yeah,
wait a
well,
moment, Andreas.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a little bit. Yeah, in some way, I knew it was, the truth, or it was, it's now the truth, not, but it was right. I, I felt it or something like that. But it was such a loss of everything, and there was really nothing to do anymore. And it felt also, how do you say that? A little bit depressed or something.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
And I wanted a nice dream, and I wanted to do something, and I wanted purpose and a goal. And
Yes.
it was, it was the absolutely end of everything. And maybe I was not ready for it. I don't know. But I went on a new trip. Course in Miracles came, and I read it before, and I fell in love with the text and the great sentences. Like they were like mantras. They were for feeding the soul of unity and being one with God, and I am as God created me. And I thought and it really became a new identity. Oh, I'm not a small human of flesh and blood, but I'm the son of God. I am as God created me. I am boundless and I'm one. But finally, I realized that it was pokon, or it was feeding the me. The me became not less, but bigger.
Yeah. It was wellness. It is like water for the flowers. It's like this.
Yeah. And instead of less, it grows, and it's like falling in love, but it's I realized it's not liberation at all.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
yep.
Yeah, it's egocentric. It's arrogance. It's you want to be God. It's playing God.
Exactly. Me wants to be God. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, in a way, with best intentions, because it's all it knows, me, all it knows is itself. So
Yeah.
these are kind of good intentions, but it's just, what you said.
Yeah. And you wrote a very nice book with sentences of Meister Eckhart, the great ecstasy from far beyond. And I read a little bit in it, and you said something about this, what we like. Oh yeah, here it is. I'll read this a little bit. Devotion, enlightenment, liberation, absorption in God. Behind all these goals lies egocentricity. That is nothing but self-exaggeration in the hope of giving up your own existence and thereby becoming one with God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's exactly what you just described.
I experienced that, and
yes,
and in a certain moment, I had the feeling I couldn't explain it, but it's a story also. But it felt like a balloon. A balloon that very flows up to a lot of tension. And suddenly, I don't know why, it bursts.
It
popped it up, and it was gone. It was totally gone. And the Course Miracles is you have to make the good choice. You have to choose the Holy Spirit, and you don't have to choose for the ego, because if you choose the ego, then you will go into hell and your life is a misery. But when you make the right choice, then you are one with God. And I realized, and they said the ego and fear, and that's an illusion. It doesn't exist. But when you choose the ego, then the hell is your experience. But at that moment, I realized that the me is separation already. The me is already this. So the ego and the Holy Spirit is the same illusion.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And in a very funny way, one can't be without the other.
No, of course.
It's a dream that somehow you can only be on this one side, and
it's
it'll
impossible.
be like that. They go together.
Yeah, they go together. And I realized when there's no me, there's also no God, because the God is only for the me.
Yeah, of
And
course.
they keep each other in the duality.
Yeah, oh, totally, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same with those words that you know, the devotion and liberation. And for the person, these are like the God that's somewhere, and you can do the right choices, you can reach them. And it's almost like the holy grail, so to speak, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you pump yourself up with those ideas of holiness and devotion and true love, and you
Yeah,
get high on them more and more and more, and you just circle around yourself. You
yeah,
just circle around the center and create an artificial high
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
those ideas.
Yeah, it's just kind of, it is a drugs. It works, but only for a while, and then you are again lonely and separate, and then you have to do it again. You need
And
again the Course in Miracles, like you need alcohol or
exactly,
whatever. And
exactly,
that was,
totally.
yeah, it was. Oh my God! And I thought, now, oh, what did I do? But it's okay. But
I thought I'm so advanced.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
When I get
it's
land,
so, yeah,
oh God, what did I do?
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. And I also remember when I saw you the first time, um, I could not describe it, but I saw what I saw was innocence. Innocence. I saw not an innocent person, but I saw innocence itself.
Yeah,
There it was there. You were so, yeah, without a mask, without a filter of an eye. There was just this, and it was, and yeah, that's what I really appreciate. And appreciate is not a good word, but I saw it was, yeah,
yeah,
I trusted you totally, but not you as a person. But
yeah. I
the
know. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
message was so, there was nothing, there was no veil. And often I see a veil, and it isn't pretending when there,
yeah,
yeah, the ego, so it pretends to be something.
yeah.
Last week I thought the me is a wannabe, in the sense he
Of
wants to
course.
be.
Yes, it wants to be, and it wants to be something special and certain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, totally. Of course.
yeah. And the Course in Miracles gave me a new goal, because we must save the world. I was a savior. That was my
Yeah.
function for the course, right? So
Oh,
it was a big function. I had a purpose.
yeah, the
But then I
purpose,
realized,
important,
yeah,
meaningful,
yeah,
altruistic,
yeah,
not egoistical,
yeah,
not, oh yeah, of course. Good,
uh,
better than other goals,
yeah,
better than other
yeah,
intentions.
yeah.
Yeah, oh, totally.
I want to
Oh,
be helpful for the world, and that kind of things. Oh my God! It's yeah,
yeah, somehow all teachings have to contain that because it's just not, they are all based on the assumption that something is missing or that
yeah,
this isn't whole. And so
yeah,
the ideas get bigger and bigger, and suddenly it's not only about saving the family or heal one's childhood. Suddenly it's about healing the whole world.
yeah. The
And
whole world, yeah, the whole world.
oh yeah, well, go for it. Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The tricks of the me, and yeah, but yeah, it's
it's just
just,
how it feels, kind of.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
that's needed. It's needing for more and bigger and bigger. And the bigger the ideas are and the goals are, the better it feels. It for the person, it really feels like wellness. Really like, ah yeah, a much bigger goal. And for the person, it's like, oh yeah, yes, let's save the world or the universe or heal the whatever. I think there are really people trying to heal the universe or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that exists, apparently.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that was a big contradiction, because the Course says also there's no world, but we have to save the world, but there's no world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We have
yeah,
to save the illusion.
Yeah, and then what often happens in a teaching, because of course the person is constantly facing paradoxes in a way,
Yeah.
just turns it into into its own teaching and say it's God and you can't understand God. God is a paradox. And so in a way it's funny because of course nothing can be known or understood. But the person sees paradoxes and then says and then explains them with, again, it's God will or a higher will or a bigger will, that
Yeah.
they have an explanation for paradoxes.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a certain belief that there's something behind the illusion.
exactly.
And
Yes,
and that's true, eh? There's an illusion and there's the
the
true
truth.
reality. And
Exactly.
there's state too, but and you cannot get that together. But when you say what do you say speak when you speak about the natural reality, it is
Yeah.
both real and unreal, or it is no thing, or this.
Yeah, it's a bit weirder because I don't say like the natural reality is real and unreal. I say what happens, just very direct. That's real and unreal. And sometimes I use the word natural reality, but it's really, there is no such thing really.
Nee,
So
but you write about that naturality is love. Even kijken where you said
yes,
that. Was a very, very nice sentence. Love is the natural reality that can neither be achieved nor done. If the illusion that there is something evaporates, how do you say that? Evaporates? The assumption that one is separate from love
yeah,
evaporates.
yeah,
Yeah. And then there's no God, no spirit, no person, no image to love.
yeah.
Love is the natural reality for no one. That is the liberation that is already.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that what happens is love or is in love. I can't really explain it because for the person, this already sounds like two realities. When I say something like this, love is the natural reality or something, the person is already in an abstract idea. The person is already not anymore sitting in front of a screen and breathing and thinking. The person is already in its dream about the natural reality and love and how nice this is and everything is love. And but but this is in love,
Yeah,
talking and speaking and feeling and getting up and going to the toilet is absolutely love.
yeah,
And I don't speak about actually it is love, but we have to find a way to it, or we have to see it, or no, it's really totally direct what happens, and there's absolutely no problem with it. One could almost call it love, so to speak, but I
yeah,
can't, it's inexplicable
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because it's also very ordinary. For the person, this sounds special. As we talked about, the person, the me energy, playing with those concepts, gets high on them and thinks it's so special and everything is love and it's so special. No, it's ordinary.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
really ordinary that this is fine, that
yeah,
what
yeah,
happens is fine,
yeah,
including oneself,
yeah,
and that it is totally fine, not
yeah,
just a bit fine when one has done the right choices, so to speak. No, what happens is fine.
Yeah.
totally, and ordinary at the same time.
Yeah. 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 And that's what to me don't like. That's ordinary things. They want to be special, the special things, and it has to be bliss all the time, but
it has to be something that can be recognized, that stands out, and that can be recognized.
yeah.
Then it's worthwhile.
Yeah, of it can, and it's also, it wants to experience, and experience is also separation.
Exactly, experience. That's what I would call separation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, it's still to experience something, and there's an experiencer, and there is something that is experienced.
Yes, yes, yeah. And all the hopes and dreams, they have nothing to do anymore with what happens. They're just, as I said, kind of living in its own world.
Yeah,
The person with its ideas and dreams and hopes, and kind of completely overlooks what's happening and the beauty and the totality, or the innocence of it. You said you called it innocence, which isn't personal. Everything is innocent.
yeah.
Nothing has a mask on. It's
No,
there is nothing that's not innocent in that sense.
no.
The person is constantly overlooking it, missing it, seeking for it,
Yeah,
thinking that it's an it.
yeah.
Or assuming itself to be separate from this innocence.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. There's also guilt always, eh? The it's when that the balloon burst. It wasn't that I realized it, but a few days later, I don't know, I thought, oh, there's no guilt anymore. There's no feeling of guilt. It's gone.
surprising.
So, surprise! Oh, I did. You remember? Felt always guilty in some way, or I thought I had to do something. I did something wrong, or not totally complete, and suddenly it was gone, and it was so strange. And also, what I also had was always an urge or something that I had to do something. I have to. And
Yeah.
it was also, I have to.
Yeah. Yeah, this all goes together, and
Yeah,
it's so surprising how this can just be gone,
yeah.
not even really notice that it's gone,
No, it
but
was,
that there can just be life without
yeah,
that burden.
yeah.
And as you said, it all goes together. It's actually the same feeling. I'm here, something is missing, I need to do something about it.
Yeah,
It doesn't really work out. I'm still on a path, but I shouldn't be on a path. So I've means I didn't manage it, so I feel a bit guilty. Usually, usually one could always do a little bit more of meditation or read a bit more in the book or be a bit less distracted. And if I would do it right, I would already be there. So it's this whole bundle of emotions and feelings of hope and guilt and shame
yeah.
and they all belong to this dream that there is someone, and
Yeah,
they can just pop. Life can just go on without them,
yeah. That's
apparently.
surprisingly that we can, the emotions or anger it's not, uh, um, doesn't need a me to be.
Yes.
It it comes and goes, and
And that's the other thing, that
yeah,
with
yeah,
this also ordinary life, so to speak, or what the person would regard as ordinary feelings and stuff,
yeah,
that they can also just be there without this heaviness attached, or without this sense of wrongness.
Yeah, the sense of
attached to it.
wrongness, that is it. Yeah, it's always a
uh,
sense of wrongness, and I have to do something about it.
Yes.
All that work,
and for the person, it seems so natural that one has to do something about it. Everyone's on a path, everyone is seeking, everyone is doing some kind of practice. And of course, that's the only possibility, kind of, for the person. That's how life seems.
Yeah, it's a job of the me. It's just a job for 24/7.
Oh yeah, of course. Life for the person. Life
working on managing your feelings, your thoughts, your body, your other people, your life, your kids or whatever.
Yeah, in the end, everything, or as much as possible, at least.
Yeah. Stupid, hè? Was another... Even kijken, hoor. There was something Meister Eckhart said, and I will read a few sentences. For as long as the soul is in spirit form, she has images. As long as she has images, she has means. As long as she has means, she has not unity or simplicity. And as long as she has not simplicity, she has never rightly loved God. For true love lies in simplicity.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's also very nice. The soul is also an image and has images. And images, it's like when you have an image, you lose a kind of the love. You lose the innocence of love. And that's without image, eh? And
totally.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first image would be to experience oneself.
Yeah, the first image is I am.
Exactly, I am is the first image.
Yeah.
Because from a personal standpoint, this could also be read as don't have stories.
Yeah, but it's not a step further.
Exactly, it's a step. The first image is I am. Now experience myself.
Yeah. I realized years ago. So no, I'm lost. I realized that I'm not the story, but I'm still in the dream. You're still dreaming that you are yourself, are someone, and
exactly.
You are love, or you are light, or you are spirit, or you are consciousness. It's also in Advaita, you are not a body, but you are consciousness. Or in the Course, you are not a body, but you are spirit. That's what you are. But it's also a new something. It's
Absolutely.
A new concept. It's a new thing.
It's living. It's giving oneself an image.
It's an identity. It's a new identity. The identity of consciousness, and the identity of spirit. And there was not something you said from die spirit. Even kijken, hoor. Where was it? I don't know where it was. Oh yeah, here. Oh yeah. Therefore, your soul should be de-spirited of all spirit. She should be spiritless. For if you love God as he is God, as he is spirit, as he is person, and he is image, all that must go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
Nice.
amazing, I think.
It's amazing.
I mean,
He's
no one
spirit.
really knows. I mean, he has this word soul still kind of in it, but in a way, he clearly says even the spirit has to go. It has,
Yeah, yeah. And in this book of yours also, I love this book also.
gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I loved it. And I thought it was here in here that you said something about Nisargadatta, that in his last 2 years, he also dropped his method, his teaching. Is it?
Yes.
Can you speak about it? I don't have. Can you speak about it?
Well, I think it's well, that's how I'm not a deep Nisargadatta expert, so I don't really know. But I know that he wrote those very, very popular books that are called
Yeah,
I Am That.
yeah. I read
And
it too.
the emphasis in those books seems to be the practice of be in the I am or stay
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the I am. And then maybe you can drop over into nothingness. I think conceptually in those books, he also said I am is not the end, so to speak, but you can practice that and be closer to the falling away, so to speak.
yeah, yeah,
You're closer to the border.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so to
yeah.
speak. I think that was the general idea.
Mm-hmm.
So conceptually, there was already there that I am isn't really what you are looking for when you look for liberation, but the main emphasis was still on that's what you can do, and this just my impression is or he says it in one of his later books that's basically that you can just forget about that. And my impression is he just couldn't keep it up because of course it can't be kept up. No teaching, no idea on how one should be or one could do can be kept up if it really comes to this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's an impossibility
yeah.
because there really, really isn't anyone.
No,
So you just can't talk to anyone. It's
no.
impossible. And that's my impression. Not that he was wrong before, or conceptually it's all fine, but in this very direct communication, it just can't be kept up.
No.
And as I said, not as a concept even. It's not that I think a teaching is not allowed or it's not allowed to tell people what they should do. But in this very instant moment, if you would ask me, Andreas, what do I need to do to become enlightened or happy or whatever? In this instant, it's just impossible to talk to you as if you were someone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not conceptual at all. There is nothing in here saying, oh, I'm not allowed to teach her something because this would be wrong. No, it's just what who would I talk to or what dream are you living in? You want to become what? Enlightened? What? Hello? Hey, hey. So
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
my impression is that Nisargadatta, after all those years of speaking to people, he could just say less and less. And he also was just left with his complete empty hands, just not able to say something because this is it. What are you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not even stay in the I am.
No, no.
No matter how good it sounds and no matter how logical it seems to be, but there isn't anyone.
Mm. Although they're speaking, although there's grieving, although there's
All exactly, absolutely. Although, which for the person would seem like a paradox, But although there's just this.
Yeah.
But this is not a contradiction. That's the funny thing. For
Yeah,
the person, this is already a
the
contradiction.
mind is all for the mind is a contradiction, and the mind cannot grasp it.
Grasp it. Or for the person, when there is no one, how can there be feelings? When nothing is real, how can there be sitting in front of the screen and talking?
The me is always thinking that he's the center of the universe. Huh?
Yeah, so totally. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an empty center.
Oh, totally. Of course. But yeah,
it's a joke. It's such a joke. When you realize it's the center of of all there is nothing.
It's nothing. Yes. That it's just not there. That it's just
it's not there. No, it's not there.
Yeah, and that's when it all ends. Apparently, the whole series.
It's liberation is like death.
It's like death. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, in the end, nothing dies because all those things were dreams.
Nothing was alive.
But it's like you said, after this first meeting we had, or where you met me or this message first, it was like it's those things which seem so precious for the person.
Yeah.
It's reality, being on a path, have meaning, have to be a nice soul, or
to have a purpose.
All of it seems to be so precious, but in the end, it's the prison.
Yeah, it's the prison. This was also a great feeling of relaxation after that, because okay, I don't have to search anymore, because it's total useless. and it was also that's why I laughed a lot, but on the other hand, it was also, oh my God, it's finished.
Yeah.
And it's also a miracle that life goes on. Life goes on without me.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Without the arrogance of the me, or
without the arrogance and the suffering. I mean,
and the suffering also, and of course,
I mean, one could say the arrogance is almost coming out of the desperation. One has to talk oneself into something great because it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah. It's a strategy.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Oh, totally.
It's it's all the time. It's compensation for the great pain of separation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which seems real for the person, which is It seems real. See, it just seems real.
Yeah. It's. But do you think that it's because of the belief that it experience it as real?
I don't know. I'm well. In the end, there's no answer. I just think it feels like that. The sense of separation.
Yeah, but is the feeling after the belief, or
no? I think it's before. It's very instant. It's for the person, this must be the weirdest sentence, but it seems as if its presence is painful already. The energetic presence is already.
Its presence is all on, because it's already separation.
Yeah, exactly. And I would say it's energetic.
It's
not the belief. I think the belief or the beliefs come out of that. And probably a lot of negative beliefs, they just reflect this sense of unfulfillment, but they are not the cause. I wouldn't say so.
No.
Not the beliefs.
Yeah.
That's why working on one's beliefs also doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't.
Or it remains work. You always...
Yeah, you have to keep on and you have to do it again and again because it's coming back. It's not, it's, yeah.
Exactly. And seen, and the person kind of starts every moment with this subtle unfulfillment.
Yeah.
It can't go beyond that or leave it, or the person just can't let it be good. That's its idea. I find a way where it's just good. I don't believe in the negative thoughts. I don't believe that, but it never works because for itself is the starting point.
Yeah.
And the starting point for the person is always a slight unfulfillment.
Yeah.
So that's why nothing really works for the person.
No.
Because it's based already on this dream, and
yeah,
it never
yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, apparently it's a weird game.
Yeah, it's
But it's apparent.
Yeah, it's only yeah. Yeah. Now
And I can't even say it's wrong, really. It's just what seems to be happening, but it is what it is. Apparently it's a weird game.
yeah. Right or wrong is also not in reality, of course. It's something of the person.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really apply here.
No.
Yeah, well, it's not what it's about.
So you can say that the reality is neutral, or
Yes, I would say so. It's neutral. Well,
what happens is neutral.
exactly. What happens is neutral.
Yeah.
And it could be an explosion of emotions or whatever, but in itself, it's neutral.
Could be anything.
Could be anything,
Yes, of
exactly.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So also neutrality is not a state that can or has to be achieved. It's already the case. It's neutral.
Yeah.
And if you walk around the whole day thinking, what a bad day, this is neutral in itself.
Yeah, and you also say that's whole, that's complete, that is perfect in that sense of
Yes.
wholeness, not in the perfect in the eyes of the me, of course, perfection or wherever, but perfect in the sense of whole.
Absolutely. Totally.
Total, couldn't be anything else, or there's no anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. There isn't anything else even. It's not just that.
No.
It's just,
It's all the time is all inclusive or something like that. Total, yeah.
Yeah, that's just what happens. And that's total. There's absolutely no space for another possibility. That's all theoretical, but that's just how it is.
Yeah. That's why there's also no choice, because when you have a choice, there has to be at least two possibilities to choose between.
Well, in the end, there have to be three, one who chooses, and two possibilities.
Oh yeah. The holy three.
The things, Trinity.
The Trinity, the holy Trinity. Yeah. Yeah.
Which again is the person's experience. The person always ends up actually with three. Me, perceiving, and what's perceived. That's the person ends up with three.
But the person said, no, but it's one. This not three, it's one. It's in holy unity. But how can three be one? Or
that's exactly, that's a concept already. It's not its experience. It's not the person's experience.
No. The experience itself,
It's a conclusion from thinking about it.
Yeah, to make it better for himself in his mind. Oh, okay, no, that's it. I experience one, or three separate. I experience separation, but it's not really separate.
Exactly. But actually, if we think about it, we can say that it's one. Yeah. And in the moment of coming to this conclusion, it feels like, yeah, it's one actually. I understand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to go on seeking 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 So funny when there and the funny thing is that, well, it's in the story now. Apparently, one just starts seeing it where this mental model kicks in. I mean, there are so many brilliant concepts or so many
Yeah.
concepts that sound logical and they
Yeah.
seem to make sense,
Yeah.
but
And they seem similar to this message, but they're not.
and they seem similar, but one suddenly one notices quite quickly where the effort comes in. The
Yeah.
mental model or an idea or an explanation.
Yeah.
And it's already like, oh, come on. Another. No, it's much wilder, much fresher. There is no explanation really for anything. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. 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 Oh my God. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Yep. Oh yes. For no one. That's it. For no one. No
No.
one has to look for it. No one has to seek it. No one. Where? Oh no, no.
It's already this.
It's already
It's
this.
already
Exactly.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
But that's the freedom.
Absolutely.
That's the
That's the
freedom.
freedom that already is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that this is it. And it's all right in that sense. Not because it's holy or but it's yeah, stimmig. Stimmig.
Yep.
How do you say that? Is in Deutsch. Stimmig.
Stimmig. I
Stimmig.
understood that. Stimmig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stimmig. That's I like
Stimmig.
that word, stimmig.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. For no reason, naturally.
Yeah, for no reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a surprise in the end.
Yeah.
Compared,
Yeah.
compared to the seeker's expectations, it's really a surprise. Totally unexpected that it's just fine as it is.
Yeah.
Timelessly, not as a fixed state or something,
No,
not as a
no.
knowing, but just inherently fine.
Yeah, all my attempts to fix or to become a better Olette, it's not necessary.
No. Oh no. Oh, because it is this love already.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All ideas
Inventing
of
stupid things and whatever you call it. It's not
yes.
even stupid because
Ye-
it's also a comment or a
Yes,
judgment.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, totally. This is
Yeah,
so simple. It
yeah,
is so simple.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's also so funny that it's so lovely to speak about it again and
Yeah,
again.
yeah, one could say
Oh,
so. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, it is there's this sort kind of lightness in it and joy or whatever.
Yes, totally. I think so too. Yeah. I mean, when it is this message, I mean, well, when it becomes a talking about it, my impression is it becomes quite quickly very heavy, and people start fighting about those concepts.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
oh, totally. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
There seems to be joy in this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
dismantling the illusion as an illusion, or just pointing out that there's no problem
Yeah,
to
there's
no
no
one.
problem. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, there is really no problem.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I realized I'm making a poem, and it means the title was The Problem Maker, the me as a problem maker.
Totally.
It totally, he needs a problem. He's addicted almost to problem making. Yeah.
Yes, but as I said, it's kind of, it's experience.
Yeah.
It's not that it could do, there isn't really a me without a problem.
No, 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 no.
But you're right, it also kind of needs them to work on
Yeah.
them, to keep up the hope of solving them one day. And so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we have to say? Maybe some wise words from your side.
Oh, yeah, but I think there already were plenty of that. Yeah, no, it's much simpler. It's not even wisdom.
No, I'm
I
joking.
really have no, not even as a joke. I have no idea.
No, it's yeah. What did I say? Have another, maybe another sentence out.
Yeah.
It's a nice book too. Even kijken. Oh yeah, this was this of Meister Eckhart. To be poor in spirit, a man must be poor of all his own knowledge, not knowing anything, not God, nor creature, how do you say that? Creature,
Yeah, creature.
nor himself,
Yes.
or of all his own knowledge, not knowing anything, not God, nor creature, nor himself.
Yes. Oh,
Oh, that's a little
no,
not
lovely.
knowing. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Not experiencing anything.
No, no.
That would be no knowing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When knowing and experiencing are together.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am, therefore, I know, I think, therefore I am, of Descartes or something.
But that's philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy.
That's quite a while ago.
It's also, again, knowing. Huh?
Oh, totally, of course.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean,
So,
nowadays, the me would probably say, I experience myself, therefore I am.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's an how do you say that? Een veronderstelling. Een I don't know how you say it. It's just a kind of conclusion.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It's already a conclusion from seeking, actually. Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah. And that's again is knowing.
Yeah. It's no. Yeah, totally. Of course.
Yeah. Okay. It was very nice speaking to you and all your not knowing and being so innocent and ordinary.
Thank you.
Or also ordinary. And I love it.
No, thanks for the invitation. I loved talking to you.
Okay. Thank you, Andreas.
Great. Thank you. Thanks.
Maybe we'll see you. I
Thank
hope
you.
so. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks.